Okay, right now I want to talk about and show you on the calculator how to do a regression formula, how to put this data into the calculator and then do regression formulas from it. So this data right here is the population of Florida over the last years in millions. So the population of these numbers are in millions. And here is the year. On your calculator, start at the screen right here. You need to open up a new document. And you're going to choose number 4, add lists and spreadsheets. So go down to number 4, and you will get a screen that looks like this. You have a column A, B, and a bunch of other columns. For right now, we're just going to use column A and B. A will be our input data, and B will be our output data. To start off, you have to put a title in this. So you have to use the arrow key up, go into the top part, and give it a name. For simplicity's sake, I would recommend highly that you just type the letter A 4 times. Don't do it less than that, do 4, because other letter forms of A have different meaning in here. If you do A 4 times, that's a good value, and that would be the title that we're going to reference later on. We're going to put this data into our column. You don't want to put in the date or the year here. You want to transfer this into a t-value, and t-value basically as the year since here. So instead of 1900, we're going to put 0 for 1900. And then how far apart is these two? That's 10 years. So each one of these is 10 more. So we're just going to go with the tens value for each of these. So this will be 20 and 30 and 40 and so forth. And then 110. So we don't put a date in. It'll just make it too far over. We're going to put the number of years since the first date, which is 1900. And so then we get these numbers. These are the numbers we're going to plug into our A column. And you just hit the number and enter. We'll go down to the next one. Please make sure you hit enter after each one. And we enter all the data in. And so forth. Now we're going to go to our next column, the population. Just arrow over and go all the way up to the top. And when you get to the top, just keep on going to the very top part. And we're going to put 4 B's in there to name this column. And then we just type in these numbers. 0.5. You can just type 0.5, 0.8, 1, 1.0 is 1, 1.5, 1.9, 5, 6.8, 9.7, 18.8. If everything works well, the 2 columns will be evenly sized. You can back it up slowly and double check all your numbers and make sure you didn't do any typos. You didn't miss any things. You didn't thought you hit a 0 and it didn't hit it, and so forth. So there is the data in your table. From this point, we can actually find, if you know what kind of regression formula you want to use, you can actually do it here. This will just display the equation that this data most closely resembles. So what you do is you push the menu button right here. Push the menu button and this screen pops up. We're going to do statistics. So you go down to number 4 and hit select, or you can just hit the number 4. And then you're going to do stat calculations. You're just going to do number 1. If you do that, you're going to see all the different regressions that are available to you. This particular data set right here, we're going to look at it in 2 different ways. The first one is we're going to look at it as an exponential regression. So come down here to exponential regression, and I can select it. And now it's asking me, well, where are my lists? What's the name of my list? The X list. Use the side arrow here. There's 2 lists that we have, the A list and the B list. my input values, my X list, is my A's. So select the A, and then you can tab to go to the next line, and you're going to select the B's for your Y values. Everything else can just be defaulted as you have it. So you're going to save the regression to F1 in your table. You're only going to do this one time, and it's going to start the first results in column C. And if I hit OK, it gives me the exponential equation. This is the default type of equation. So you can't really see it there, but it says A times B to the X. And then it will tell you what A and B are that match this. So based off of this, if I have the regression, I use the T here. We'll use P for this, P of T. So my population is going to be A, which is, and we'll just do 3 decimal places, 0.535 times, and then we need a B number, and that B number is going to be 1.035 and to the X power. So this is a model for this table as an exponential. Okay, you can do other regressions, but you can probably do this again and just move the column over. So where's a clean column is this one right here, and you can call this F, looks like F1. And so when you do back and go over here into statistics again in stats, say this time I want the logistics regression model. Pick the one that says D equals 0. Select that one. And we still want the same lists. So this time we're going to go A1 for the X list. And then we're going to go B for the Y list again. Save regression to F2. Tab down. And this one says first results in line G, which is still good. It has to be away from the stuff we did before. And so then I tab over and we hit OK. And it's going to put the logistics one over there. So this one has a different form, and you can see the form down here as a template form and with an A, B, and C. So then this one would be P of T equals, and then C number is 26.697. And then we have this certain template we got to follow. We have 1 plus, and then the A value, which is 81.904 times e to an exponent, and that exponent is going to be a negative 0.04803, and then times t. And so that would be the logistics equation for the same data set. And so you can do it there.